Okay, so let's wrap this up. Distances. Anytime we want to talk about distances, and it's kind of the same thing as height, but anytime you want to talk about distance, if I want to know how far away one thing is from another, then how do we measure that distance? Very often, not very often, every time, we'll measure from one point straight to the other. It's kind of the same deal if we're talking about, say, for instance, the distance from a point to a line. The distance from a point to a line is the length of the perpendicular segment from the point to the line. Now, why is that? Well, if I'm standing here at point A and I want to know how far away I am from this line K, how am I going to measure that? Am I really going to measure from point A all the way out here? That's not the distance. It doesn't make any sense. That's not how we would do that, right? What we would do is we would start at point A and we'd measure straight at point B. In other words, a perpendicular segment. Okay? So a little bit nicer lines here, right? So if I want to know the distance from point A to line K, I'm going to go straight at that line so that we're at a perpendicular segment. Okay? Same thing about the distance between two parallel lines. The distance between two parallel lines, if I wanted to know how far away this line C is, from this line M is from line N, I'm not going to stand here on line M and then measure out to here to find the distance. It doesn't make any sense. And instead, I'm going to go straight from one line to the next at a perpendicular. Okay? So anytime we're talking about distances, we want to make sure that we're talking about a perpendicular distance, a perpendicular segment from one point to a line or between two lines or whatever. Okay? Okay, so we keep that in mind for future references. If ever we need to find some distances, we know we're going to go at a perpendicular and then measure that perpendicular segment. Okay? That was it. So we'll see you guys next time.